Coach, 1-0, Polokwane City, you beat them. Your thoughts on the game?
I think it was very, very, very interesting and challenging and well played under the circumstances by our team. I think I just didn't like the way it finished because I think we could have finished with the same tranquility, with the same pace, with the same capacity to have the ball and manage the game up to the end, not exposing ourselves to a couple of balls delivered on the box that this kind of balls can give something. So a lot of focus from the very beginning in terms of trying to play the way we had to play, manage the ball in order to find spaces. We knew there would be a narrow block defending the box. I think we brought some capacity to aggress there. It was important that we made some corrections regarding the positioning of the two strikers, so that we would not move too much on the sides. After they would fix more in the center, we could find spaces to play and build. It's not obviously easy to find moments to reach the target. We had a few shots, not really on target, but important to keep the pace. I told the boys, let's go on the second half with the same intensity, some capacity. Don't feel emotions or pressure because you didn't achieve the goal. The goal will come naturally. And we made the movements, substituting players when we felt there was energy that was needed to be kept in terms of exactly keeping the pace and the pattern of game so that the opportunities would come. Sometimes coaches get luck on the moment there's a substitution, the player comes in and helps to score, but it's a moment of inspiration of the players, nothing more. So pretty happy with that. Then we kept the ball during some time, and as you might understand, it's not desirable, but quite understandable that the boys start to manage the last 10 minutes. But I think we did well. So congratulations to the boys by the focus they had throughout the 90 minutes of the game in order to achieve a result that was important and not easy to achieve. Not easy to achieve.
Coach, a win after three matches, where the last two matches you got draws, and now also a 2 point lead at the top as well. How important is that with the few matches left to play in the league?
Now, obviously, it was very important to win the match today, so that you can we can look forward and still depend on us. A tough, very tough, and very beautiful championship. Of course, we need to focus on the next match. It will be again for sure a difficult match against the same opponent. The conditions are not the same because today, as you might understand, I think it's 3 years that Polokwane played a home match in this stadium. So there was a reason for sure for us to come here. And it's clear the pitch is 12 meters smaller on length, 6 on width, so it's obviously more difficult to penetrate. But we felt very pleased to come here and try to be challenged on that level. Another difficult match to play at home. We cannot believe in nothing more than a tough match. So we need to re-energize ourselves, look the players, the conditions of the players. Unfortunately, we have a lot of issues happening. Let's see from today up to the match and the moment of the beginning of the match, who can play. Yesterday night, I didn't know still who could start the match today. But the boys understand the message. They understand the moment. They understand the commitment. They understand that it's not the face that starts, is the shirt that they wear. And the shirt that they wear must be wear with proudness, must be wear with the respect and with maximum intensity in the way they play as a team. So the boys understand the message, and if we keep on going, maybe the next match we are again there. And that's the only focus we can have in the moment is match after match after match after match, and go from there and go from there.
What do you make of the Penenka miss by Mothiba?
The
Penalty miss.
Look, I was looking in the back for the balance, and a little bit also in the sky. I confess, I didn't really understood what happened. It seems that Levo tried I think the goalkeeper was on the other side, so he tried to play on that side. Look, Levo is a very good penalty shooter, very good. If he didn't make the goal today, it was not because he didn't want, just because he could not. So it's what it is. It's what it is. Teams get up in the moments that there's one that doesn't do something and go for that. We don't relate with the mistakes. We look, analyze them. We relate with the possibility to make better in the next one. So for sure.
Coach, in the last match, Ndamane made a mistake. Today, he was the one that made the team to benefit. How good is it now for his confidence?
Yeah, of course. You're speaking about the Stellenbosch match at home. I think it was not the last one, the previous one. Yeah, a match that we totally had under control, and the mistake gave an opportunity for the opponent to score a goal. Look, as I said before, I have to repeat: we need to take as much as possible advantage on the matches so that we don't expose ourselves to a single mistake. Because football and these games are sometimes the result of mistakes. If we're going to see for sure our goal, there must be some mistake from the part of Polokwane. We need to be very strong and be very focused and on the details, of course, so that we don't expose ourselves on those situations because the margin is for mistakes it doesn't exist even so.
Coach, we are seeing that the team is not scoring as frequently as they should, perhaps. Is that maybe an error? Is that perhaps a place of concern a bit, leading up to that other teams as well are scoring goals as well, and there's a bit of a gap when it comes to the goal difference?
Yeah, I don't want to speak about the goals that other teams score. What is important for us is that we score one more than our opponents, and we've been doing that quite consistently. We made two draws, but before we won 11 matches in a row, no one should forget we broke the record of the league. So we need to be strong and strong and strong, committed, and play every match with a focus on the result. And the result is always one goal more than the opponent, and that's what we can control.
Is there any forward-looking question, guys, to preview the match? If that, then we close it. Thank you.
Coach, is it perhaps an advantage that you're going to play La Polokwane City on Sunday as well again, back to back?
I don't know if it's advantage or no. We had to play every opponent on home and away. The only advantage that other teams have towards ourselves that is not happened this time is that teams don't play in between the week. So this Polokwane team played 4 days ago as we, or 3 days ago as we, and you understand the level that the impact that it brings also on the opponent. So that's the only thing that we can profit, but it's both sides, both sides. So both teams will be exposed to a third match in a 7 day, what is obviously a big aggression. So we don't expect a lot of intensity, but we need to go to the limit as we can. Let's recover the players as much as possible now. Okay, guys. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Coach,
Coach,
Coach, can I take